Hey, homeschool boss moms, how are you? Happy Monday. We have a Q&A coming for you guys today. I think it was last week, I asked on a thread, what questions do you all have for me? And one of them was, I have a lack of clients, lack of time, and lack of money. Like, help, what do I do? So this is a really common theme, I think, amongst a lot of entrepreneurs in general, right? It's like the figuring it out. And so whenever I dug a little bit deeper with this particular woman, she's a single mom and running 3 businesses, but yet still not making the money and having the number of clients that she wants to have. So my approach to this is often, may not be what you would think it would be. So I always go for, are you supported? And are you clear on what you're doing? And so if you're catching this on the replay, let me know. And if you have any questions, you can drop them in the comments. And even on the replay, I will come back and answer them for you. Okay? All right. So I feel like sometimes we're just not clear on what we stand for and like what we really want out of our life. And if we don't have that clarity, then yeah, we might be like running like 3 different things, but like none of them are really like thriving, right? So I would try to, like, what I do as a coach is I come in and I'm like, okay, what's the common thread here? Which one of these feels the easiest? Which one do you love the most? And which one can provide you the most money? And we kind of take all of these things into consideration. It's not just all about the money, but it's about like, what is literally the easiest thing for you to do that you love the most? Because if you freaking love it, then it's usually the easiest. And then we can work the monetary piece into it, right? So, as an intuitive, like, I automatically just know that this particular person has got too many things going on. You, as a single mom, I'm not saying you can't run 3 businesses at the same time. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Lana. But I am saying that you probably shouldn't. Until you get at least one stabilized and thriving before you start adding in a second and a third. Right? Because really what you're talking about having is just some little hobbies that you're making some, like, a little bit of cash from. And that's not the same as having a thriving business. So if this is speaking to you, then here you go. Like, I used to kind of dabble in some things as well. And I would say I dabbled because I wasn't really committed. So here's the other component of this. Like, if you don't have everything that you want and you're like doing all this shit, like, are you really committed to the thing that's going to get you the results that you desire? And that's like a big question, right? So in my program Back to Center, we talk about, we get clear on all of these things. Like, we spend a whole entire month on it, figuring out, who am I? Who am I really? What do I want? What do I really want? Like, what does my soul crave? Right? And so these are some questions that I would encourage you to just take from today's video and literally go and journal them. If you're finding yourself in this position, or if you're finding yourself, like, even if you're in a place of just feeling kind of stuck or even paralyzed and not in action. So you can get clear, right? And what's the one that you really, really want to do? It might even be the thing that scares you the most, but that's where I would focus your energy, because once you can clear out whatever limiting beliefs are standing in the way, and if you're talking about, I don't have X, Y, and Z in my life, but I want it, oh my gosh, there is hella limiting belief standing in the way for you, right? Well, it might not be a hella, but it's definitely at least one, most likely more. We're human, and that's just how we work, right? Our ego tries to protect us from sometimes going for those things, and because it feels scary and it threatens maybe our love, our safety, our belonging. And our ego just kind of has a little freak out and is like, this isn't possible, I can't do this, it's not safe, don't do it, right? And so you kind of shut down, you go into resistance. And sometimes we too can walk around, our egos like to say, oh, I have 3 businesses, but do you really? Are they really businesses? Do you have systems for them? Are they making you consistent income? And if not, then it's not really a business. Let's just be honest with ourselves, right? But if you do really want a business, well, then you have to get serious and you have to get honest with yourself and you have to get clear on what you want, what you're creating. I think a lot of times people can take, if they're multi-passionate, I'm totally multi-passionate. I have so many passions. It's crazy. I am a total birth junkie. I'm a health nut. I love all things natural wellness. I am an athlete. I love to get creative and crafty, and I love doing Pinterest and painting things and designing things. I was a former fashion merchandising major in college. So you guys, I am so multi-passionate. And so I get it. I get wanting to do all the things. But you can't split your energy in all of those ways if you don't have if you don't have one thriving thing that's supported and has systems and running more automatically and having a support team and support systems in your life in these different things, okay? So there is no a shitty badge of honor for the mom who can say she's doing the most things, right? That can kind of puff your ego up a little bit, but it's not necessarily healthy for you, and it doesn't necessarily equal dollars in your bank account. So get clear on what you want, clear out all of your mindset stuff, get clear on your values, and really hone in the things that you love to do the most. Work on those limiting beliefs, right? What are the thoughts that are running through your mind? And then reframe them. Create affirmations. Build that one bring first. Good reminder. Yeah. I love to clear out my limiting beliefs. Yes. Build the one bridge first. Totally, Amy. Good point. Thank you. Okay, where was I at? Brain. So I love to clear out my limiting beliefs by going oh, okay, so I have this belief, and I kind of just can say oh, I want to do this thing, and then it's resistance. I'm ooh, I can't get into action. So if I don't even know what my limiting belief is, I might get into my journal. Hey, Jessica, I might get into my journal and just be why am I having resistance around X, Y, and Z, right? This is what I do in my journal. And then I just kind of let my subconscious mind kind of bubble out the thoughts, right? And pull them from there. And then I'm oh, is this true? Is this really true? What else could be true? And I will usually can create an affirmation from that. I love affirmations. Hey, Chelsea, thanks for joining. So I will create an affirmation, and your affirmations kind of have this top-down approach and can reprogram the subconscious mind. And I am so good with affirmations. I spent about 12 years ago, I spent an entire year learning affirmations from Louise Hay, and I just blasted out so many of my limiting beliefs doing that. And I still use them to this day. I write them in my journal every single day. I say them out loud. I'm on my walk. I literally, you guys, walk around and I'm I'm a badass. I'm a this. I'm a that. I'm a magnet for my soulmate clients. Money loves to be in my bank account. I walk around all day saying these things in my head to myself. So that reprograms your mind, especially when you're feeling doubt around something. If you're feeling lack of clients, lack of time, lack of money, you can clean your time thing up really easy. There's so much to the time part. like just getting clear on the things that you really want to focus on is immediately going to free up your time, because you're going to just be like, oh, that didn't make the cut, that didn't make the cut, you know, nope to that, and all of these different things. And so then you are immediately have more time to focus on growing the one thing that's really going to help you get the clients and get the money. Let's see, what else? Guys, money is a whole other big thing. I talk about, actually, it's so funny. In Back to Center, we could do a whole entire month on money and a whole entire month on time. And I'm thinking about opening the Back to Center program back up for some of you. So I feel like there's more of you who are ready to jump in and join us. But I'll talk more about that later. So I do a little visualization. This is the last thing I'm going to say about clients. So whenever I'm manifesting more clients, I do a visualization in the morning when I wake up, and I send love to all my people. I send love to all my current clients. I send love to all of the members of my program. I send love to you guys in this group, the Homeschool Boss Moms. And then I visualize each of us sitting in a circle. And if I have more spots open for my one-on-one coaching, which I do right now, I have 4 spots open, then I visualize the 4 ladies, the other women that I'm working with, and the 4 ladies that I'm calling in, and we're sitting in a circle, and I'm inviting the new clients in, and I just see them as little figures, and they come and they sit down in this circle with us, and I welcome them, and I congratulate them for, you know, investing in themselves and saying yes to themselves. And then and I just kind of tell them, like, yeah, this is what we're gonna do, and like I just do this in my visualization, right? And then I do this for if it's a program that I'm launching or one-on-one or whatever. And I even like do this to the Boss Mom group. I'm like, yeah, here's to like all the homeschool boss moms in the world, like come and join us and be supported. And I do this, like, it's an amazing ritual that I've created, and I actually have like a whole sheet wrote up on this, and I've taught it to some of my program members before. So this is a really great tool for manifesting. It's that visualization piece, and you can really get yourself into the feeling state of being so grateful for them being there already. And this helps you become an energetic match to the more clients. More clients equals more money. And it just is a beautiful process, and it just works so well, and I love it. So I hope that was helpful for you. If you have any questions about my client manifestation ritual, let me know. And yeah, let me know what you thought of this video if you're catching it on the replay. All right, ladies, talk soon. Love you. Happy Monday. Mwah.